friends, welcome again. Welcome to the Lion's Den. We are here again, and it's your boy 40. And I am here with some good friends of mine to discuss Chelsea matters after that wonderful game that we had today. I just want to take some time out to give a big shout out to our partners, to our friends up at Hot Shots and Fan Club. You know, they are really putting their hands out for us, and we are happy to have them on board. So, you know, if you want to go down to the fan club and take a look at the things they have, you know, they have wonderful things like this beautiful mug here. Believe me, I drink in it all the time. You know, they have nice paraphernalia, memorabilia for the club, you know, so I'd just like to let you guys know that it'd be a good idea. Check them out, you know, down at the fan club. And then there's Hot Shots, who, you know, that's a beautiful club up there, guys. Go check them out at the Hot Shots restaurant and sports bar. Now, with me tonight, I have some good friends. I have Dr. Ona. I have my good friend Shaquille, Machine Miller, and I have my good friend Saretse Hughes, Blue Boy Hughes. How are you guys doing this evening?
I'm good.
Very good, doing very well. So happy about the game today.
All right, wonderful. Okay, so let's get right into it, shall we? We had a game today against Watford, and it followed on a rather dismal game that we had against West Ham on Sunday. How did you guys feel about the game today against Watford at home at the Stamford Bridge? Start with you now, Doc.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Welcome to the Lion's Den. It was a beautiful game. In the beginning, though, I was a bit afraid, you know. The way we started, our regular passing, and, you know, I was like, kill this game as quickly as possible because I didn't want what happened against West Ham to happen again. We had possession. If you watch the first few minutes or the first half of the game with West Ham, we had more than 75% possession. In the end, we couldn't kill off the game. They scored, we scored. They scored, we scored. And they scored late, and we couldn't keep up. Right. So I was so afraid that this game was going that way until the first goal came and the second goal. So right. I think that sealed it off for us.
Wonderful. Mr. Hughes, how did you feel about the game today? You might want to unmute your mic.
I was very nervous. Well, I'm usually nervous with any Chelsea game. I'll give the same kind of analysis like Dr. Oma. I felt, you know, we had a lot of the ball, you know, and Watford was just sitting deep, looking to hit on the counter attack. But once the first goal game, you know, they had to come out more, and we had more chances, and we scored 3 goals. So it was a good performance. You know, I feel like there are bigger games on the horizon, you know, coming on against Crystal Palace and, you know, Wolves and stuff like that. That is what my mind is on there. These games is just do what you need to do to just get the 3 points. However, I don't care how the team plays, just win.
Shaquille?
Basically, I would say, well, I was in a rush to leave work today to come to watch this game because I was like, after the disappointment earlier with that 3-2 loss, it was a real disappointing thing. I was even studying if to really come home to watch this game because I said, I just don't want next disappointment again. But then I say, you know what, forget that. It's my team, I love my team. I'm waiting to watch this game with confidence, win, loss, so draw Chelsea forever. And I was really stunned with the results. The results was overwhelming because when as Doc firstly said, the first half we was really had the position 75%. We was playing good, everything was thing until we see the first goal and we get to know what's going on. This is a serious game. We need to win this game. Because if we want to be in Champions League, we have to come out in the top 4. The top 3 would be better, but you know, in the top 4, I pay off. But I would always say the top 3 is always the better statistics. So I had a little ups and downs about this game, but I end up liking the end results after all.
Now, at the end of the day, we had a different lineup. We started with Giroud instead of Tammy. we had a different lineup at the back. Your favorite player, Shaquille, was over on the left side instead of Alonso, and we started with Rich James on the right. And shockingly, we didn't have we didn't have Rudiger. Or should we say shockingly? We now had Zuma, that pairing of Zuma and Christensen. We saw some changes as well in the midfield with Mount starting and that kind of thing. Do you guys think that might have had some effect on the way we played the game?
Yeah. What's the question again?
Well, do you think that the way we started in terms of the manager starting different people in defense, in the midfield, and so on, do you think that and also in the striking position, do you think that might have affected the way the game would have been played today?
Yes. We had a much more killer instinct. That's how it affected the game today. Giroud looked more comfortable up top against, Watford is a big team, eh? He held them off. That's something Tommy didn't do against West Ham. Withh was good on the left-hand side. Rich James was delivering those balls in the box. We were a bit more clinical today. I think that's what we lacked against West Ham, and even so, we could have drawn that game 3-3. We had chance in that game. We were looking a bit more sharp due to the personnel and Zuma there. Winning the one, I think is 87% aerial duels. So yeah, it definitely affected the way the game turned out. The team looked better on this day here.
What do you think about that, Shaquille?
Well, I would agree with basically what he said. He basically covered everything that I would have said, but I was more interested in seeing Giroud start today because yes, I have faith in Tammy Abraham, but after this little pandemic we had, I was just the younger fellas wouldn't have the zeal to come out. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying, but the younger fellas wouldn't have the zeal towards the game now because, everybody looking at, they want to play Champions League next year and to go through this kind of worries. It will be a stress for them, if you understand what I'm trying to say. It's not like they will go there with a mindset of fight now. It's like, boy, whatever happened. That's how I basically look at it because after being rested for so long, he just doesn't get his zeal to go and run and give it to 100 like how we expected. But, men like Drew and them who experienced in the game and think them was more attacking and, as they say, killer instincts towards the game because them know the importance of it. So I was kind of shocking to see Azpilicueta on the left because I know he's usually on the right. But that is proof to show that Azpilicueta can basically play anyway once it's in the back line.
Right. Okay. And Doc, what do you think might have impacted on the game, the way we played the game today? Do you think that lineup might have had an impact?
Yeah, I agree with what both of them said, Shaquille and Seresi. But I didn't like the fact that Azpilicueta was on that left. If you watch carefully, every time we are attacking from that left, Azpilicueta kills the momentum because he has to bring the ball back to his right foot. There were balls that if you have Alonso or Emerson, it's a one-time cross, just the way James was delivering the crosses. He couldn't deliver most of the crosses because he had to cut back to his right foot.
Yes.
But I believe defensively, I really didn't mind Zuma and Christensen. I didn't mind James in the right, but I just felt we should have had a natural left back. And overall, I want Chelsea to kill games.
Right.
Even though we have teams that sit, I want us to have this sense of, like Shaquille made a very strong point just now that the young fellas seem to have waned down a bit in this post-COVID period. And that is where we need people with strong character. Yeah. That is where we need leaders. That is where we need maturity. Right. You see, when a lot of our players keep talking about, youth. Yes, there's the need for youth, but we still need mature players who have tasted victories and serious defeat, who can take hold of games that are becoming very difficult. But overall, it was still a good game.
Okay. Now, this issue of Mr. Rudiger, big guy Rudiger, as opposed to Kurt Zuma, Now, we have had several situations where we have become very, very wary of our back line. But today, for some reason, I don't know about you guys, but I felt a lot more comfortable with what I was seeing in the back line with Kurt Zuma and Andres Christensen paired up there. Do you think that maybe what we saw today might be a template for some changes going down the road with regards to Rudiger and Andreas or Zuma and so on?
So I have
Okay, so go
answer
ahead.
that.
Yeah.
My simple answer is no. None of these centre halves are particularly, I would say, that better than each other. So they can either swap to each other, because as good performances that they put off there, as bad performances are waiting for all of them. While one might show a spurt of playing well and confidence, you can easily have a terrible performance. And they're just like, well, I wasn't good today. A really, really bad performance, and you can swap it in for another one. It's like you're swapping the same players. You know, none is better than each other. So I really disappointed in Rudiger. Yes, I disappointed with that performance. That guy was so experienced to do what he did against West Ham. I don't know how I don't have faith in that guy. Something about the way he defends is just kind of wild. Like Tommy, that Una touched on with the young guys and stuff, they just look wild. I wouldn't say really at all.
I mean, it's safe to say, Blue Boy, that you would like to sell Rudiger now.
But if our offer came for him, I think we should sell him. The thing is that, yeah, somebody go say, well, Tomori and Zuma is the best partnership, or Tomori and Chris is the best partnership, but we see that throughout the season they're all putting bad performances. Christensen lack spatial awareness, like seeing the man is like just like run off and anticipating whether be there. So we're just swapping similar same players with bad performances with each other. And I agree with Oda about Aspilicueta at left back. He did kind of kill the momentum. He always had to cut back. So I'm not too confident with the centre halves today. But to me, I was watching that West Ham game and I saw Rudiger. I was like, this guy exudes danger. And I'm saying he's a centre half. He's not calm on the ball. It really, really worries me. That's one part of the team that worries me, is the defending. In terms of goals, if you look at Chelsea has been there with the other teams. Like I was watching the stats. We've been there with the likes of United, Tottenham, Arsenal, City, but we're a little less goals, but we scored goals. But the defense, we've conceded 44 goals. 44, while the others have in the 30s. There's a big difference in goal difference. We could have +7, +8, be level with United, but we -7 against them. So it's clearly the defense.
However, we would have seen ourselves able to acquire a clean sheet today. Shaquille, what do you think about that pairing up of Zuma and Christensen in that back line?
I just always say sometimes, yes, the change is good because, they will try something, it will work out as how we expect it to do. So it is obviously, yes, he might do a little touching up and thing, but as you say, now with the change and a little more better performance, despite as they say with Aspilicueta being on the left, which he's usually be on the right, a little change is good now and then due to the results that we get. But I would say is like how they change. Not most of the things is like as they say, they kill the momentum towards the game. Right? Although yes, we get a clean sheet and think the defense was good, I was a little more impressed than usual because honestly telling you, I was a little skeptical with Kurt Zuma because if you look at like past games and things, he is basically a yellow card defender. Correct me if I'm wrong. Most of the times he always gets in yellow card for bad challenges because he's a rough and rugged player. But today I see like he played with the professionalism and he did the correct thing today. So I was pretty happy with the defense, but as he said just now, when it comes to goals, we are very, very, very off with goals.
I mean, Doc, I mean, we have definitely leaked goals, more goals than we should have, and that has definitely put us in a place where if it came down to goal difference, we're in trouble. How did you feel about that pairing up of Christensen and Zuma? Should we see more of Zuma and less of Christensen or Rudiger in the future?
Well, one thing I have noticed in the past, I don't know if you guys noticed it too. There's always this quarreling between Zuma and Rudiger. Rudiger always shouting, and
Yes, I've noticed this, Carlin.
Yeah,
Somebody had said that Kepa speaks Spanish, Aspilicueta speaks Spanish, and they noticed that Kepa speaks to Aspilicueta in Spanish. Rudiger is a German. Christensen is a D. And it's like he could talk comfortably, or communicate with Aspilicueta and Marcos Alonso, but in terms of the centre halves, other than giving normal commands or whatever, he can't effectively communicate with them. So another excellent point, there is really a lot of shouting, like he's stealing between Rudiger and Kepa, and Christensen doesn't really shout much, but he seems perturbed, like something wrong, and he knows something wrong, and it's like a lot of the talking is between the centre halves, so it means something not good communication between the centre halves.
Yeah, I was making that point because you always see this fighting and this quarreling. It's like Rudiger is trying to coach Zuma why the games are going on. Like Shaquille said, Zuma is a card defender. He's kind of rugged. He's still rough on the edges. He needs a lot of refining. Christensen, for me, can make some dangerous passes, but I don't see him as that rugged, finished product that we really need in our central defense, like a John Terry kind of defender, But I really didn't mind. And another reason why I feel we were calm, we didn't have a Michael Antonio style player today in Watford. Michael Antonio was a terror against in the West Ham game. Zuma could not cope with him. And he's a physical player. He's big, he's strong.
Do you think that Zuma might have been able to be a little more effective against Antonio than Rudiger?
Yes, I believe so. And another thing, if you watch the third goal, I keep saying it. I wouldn't blame Rudiger. Even all the goals, Aspilicueta had a hand in most of the goals.
Yes.
Based on how remember when he was disturbing and disrupting the corner kick, and the referee had to speak to him. I was saying, this boy, I hope you will be able to defend this thing that you are doing, because he was making all kinds of things, and the referee had to warn him. And the goal came, he could not defend. The ball just dropped, and they kicked the ball in. In the third goal, you see the way Rudiger was alone in our half. The center line, the halfway line, everybody else was beyond the halfway line in the West Ham area. Christensen, if I was Christensen, I would foul that player and take a card. But he didn't. He allowed the player to make the pass. And he made the pass across Rudiger to the right wing, which is Rudiger's left. It was tough for him to cope. And thank you. Zamolenko had a lot of pace. And coming from that right wing, there is no way Rudiger could have stopped him.
But Rudiger defended that poorly, because to me, it seems to be in any kind of position Rudiger is in, he defends like that. You can't let the man cut in on his favorite foot. And yeah, he was one-on-one, but Rudiger defends like that anyway. And the same thing he was doing to Antonio on the second goal. Your man handling him, and where's your hands on him? Your man handling him, and when he realized he can't get it, just let him go, and then
But the way that pass was floated, it will be tough for Rudiger to block that last goal, because we were completely out of position. Our entire defense was totally out of position. But today, we didn't have that kind of attack. Troy Deeney really was outplayed. I think Zuma's physicality played well for us. It bode well for us. Zuma's physicality bode well.
Okay, making a point, right? You're making a point just now there. And he was saying, like, most of the time, Aspilicueta and like them doesn't be on the back line. But earlier today, while watching the game, right? I don't know if anyone noticed me. That was before the third goal score. It had a time I was watching like in the back, and I saw Christensen, I saw Kurt Zuma, and I had to ask myself, wait now, where's Aspilicueta? I said, like, Aspilicueta didn't strike all of a sudden. Because he was no way in the back, and I was like, well, where's this man going by? I said, like, he's striking, like, he wants to score.
I was so happy, really. I was happy. If you go through our chat, 40,
yes,
you will see I made a comment. I say, please, Zuma and Christensen, just stay in the back. because we seem to be sucked out of position. We just want to start to pass and pass and pass. We forget that we're supposed to defend. The defenders join in the attack. And when the counter attack starts, we're out of position. But today, I think they learned from the West Ham game and they sat back. The two central defenders sat back.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So, I mean, as far as what I'm hearing here with you guys, what you guys are saying is that basically you're still not comfortable with our defensive lineup. But it was better today because we were able to keep that clean sheet. I mean, we have seen a lot. I mean, I'm on Twitter, and I see a lot of people still attacking Kepa and so on. But today was a bet. Let's go a little further up the field. We saw Callum today. What did you guys feel about Callum?
Okay, I'll go first with this one. I was really looking forward to see Callum play, but you see, right now as the pandemic, we're trying to secure points. We can't take the risk to actually put these players on them out because you don't know what they give. And as you see in the last game, when Callum and them was players like they want to play, but they're just not there at the moment. Their aggression, their integrity towards the game, just not there. So I find, they come on at all right times, but it was good to see him on the field a little, I would say.
How you felt about Callum?
Well, Callum, I will give him a 3. Overall, even though I know he didn't spend so much time, but every ball he likes to run with the ball. He likes to run with the ball, and I can't remember any ball or any move he made that was really that he could finish. I can't remember. Like Shaquille said, this is not the time to be trying all kinds of people. We need to kill every game because Man United right now is on our tail. Wolves is on our tail, and Arsenal is coming up slowly. So there are 3 teams. Even though Leicester is playing so badly, we must pay attention to those behind us. Those at the bottom. So this is not the time to try people. But Callum, I don't know if since the saga, remember the transfer where Bayern Munich was coming for him.
Yes.
That incident after Chelsea made the offers and raised his income. Callum has not given us what he gave to us last season. I know he had an Achilles injury, but he has never really come up to par compared to what he was last season. I don't know if the injury is a problem, but and the coming in of Pulisic, and thank God we had Pulisic. If not, I don't know how that right wing would have been for us.
The issue with Callum, I want to make one point about the fixture running. Wolves are 5 points behind us. Leicester have to play, I think it's Arsenal next. If Arsenal beat them, right, we'll be like 2 points ahead of them. And they had to play Man United in their last game. And I think they have Tottenham. Nobody had United. And honestly, Arsenal is really tough for contenders. So once we get into 3rd place, Leicester will be like a buffer between us and United. And United have a very easy fixture list. That's why I feel that West Ham defeat really, really hurt us, But I think things will go according to plan, hoping. We should be there in the top 4. In regards to Callum coming on, it's good to see him on it, but just kind of disappointed with it because I think it's kind of like a precursor to how he's going to play. If he does start, he just take up the ball. He wants to beat 5 and 6 men, do feels like not necessarily. And now we're seeing the effectiveness of Christian Pulisic. And he is direct. And if you're putting yourself in areas in between the lines, defenders are forced to make a decision. And they are making the wrong decision against you. So you're always there. Chances will come. They will foul you. You will get penalties. I think you should get a second penalty against Watford. Right? So he's direct. He's taking the ball to the defenders. Callum to me and some of the British wiggers, they're taking too long to get our ball into the box. And I think Pulisic knows what he can do, and he's doing what he can do. He's focusing on his job. This is what I'm capable of doing. Others seems to be impressed. They want to do this. And I put Tammy in the same bracket like that. It's that kind of impression, Instagram kind of thing. And that is a factor with the $120,000 raise and then seeing it. Mentality. Frank talked about that again. The reason why Pulisic is getting the numbers and the performances, he has the ability, the players have the ability, but it's your mentality, that willingness to be there, to try. And some players don't have it, especially when they get bumper contract, because he's 120 a week. And he's only 19. So when he gets a new contract now, that's 200,000 at what? Like about 23 or something like that. I disappointed.
I feel is the issue with Colum. As a young teenager growing up, and you're playing for one of the biggest clubs in England, right? It would actually add to your ego. It's like you want to make everything look perfect, but the more you try to make something look perfect and not try to be a team player, is this where we will have the issues. Because you will not be studying the team anymore, you'll just be studying you. Because I had a few games I was just like, why he ain't passing the ball? Why he just taking chances? And you realize it took him a long while to get on his scoreboard with us. Saying it's like he have potential, but he on the show off thing as he clearly said, he on his Instagram football.
Right. Okay. Well, I am definitely hoping that Callum will come good. I mean, he's a player with a lot of potential, and we need players like that, young players who could have an impact on the game, especially if we are unable to secure a few more years from William. So we're going to need these young players to come up to scratch. We have Ziyech coming in, we have Timo coming in, but we're still going to need support behind them and to the right and left of them to be able to do what needs to be done. Now, that's the future. But in another part of the future are the next few games that we have coming up. We have Crystal Palace, we have Sheffield United and Norwich. I know this may sound like a stupid question, and it should be a stupid question because we are Chelsea, but do you guys feel comfortable about our next run of games, which is Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, and Norwich? Start with you, Shaquille.
Well, okay, to tell you the truth, right? As a person watching Chelsea play football for years, right, I realize like our downfall is like the last few games. Because if you do look back, right, every time like we win the title, we even fighting for a spot, the last few games is like where we just fall downwards. Because look last season, when we not last season, the season when we won the FA Cup, the last game we played was against Newcastle. And I was on work. I was on work and I didn't even get to watch the game live. And I was like, how in the world Newcastle get hit B3? I was like, it's like the city was in the bottom of the table and they're fighting for relegation to get out of relegation level. I said, well, what it is, what already going on? Then next year before we just come and win titles, the last game was West Brom. We get 3 again. And I was like, what has been the problem with the last games? Like, we're not successful in the last few games when the season is done. So to tell you the truth, I realize skeptical with these last few games.
Okay, what do you think, Doc?
Our last 5 games, I know the second to last is Liverpool, the last is Wolves. But I'll be very much comfortable if we can win the first 3 of that 5. Then we'll be a bit safer. Like Shaquille said, those are games that we always mess up with. When you expect us to do so good, we always have problems winning. So it's a very, very dicey scenario. Like Norwich is struggling, and every team that is struggling come to beat us.
That is true.
So
that is true.
Where teams are being beaten 4-5-3, we come when we play them, we struggle, and that is in itself is frightening. And our home, that's supposed to be like a fortress for us. Stamford Bridge is supposed to be like a place where we are unbeatable. Every team is invisible in their home, but we struggle when we play at home. So I'm not so comfortable with the home advantage. Even with the COVID situation now, there's no home advantage anymore because there are no fans.
Yeah.
But if we can take the Crystal Palace game, we should be able to win well against Norwich. But remember, I think Norwich has nothing really to fight for. Relegation is almost certain for Norwich, but they want to play for pride. So that in itself, and in the Premier League, there are no small teams, and that is a fact. In the Premier League, there are no small teams. So we need to take all 9 points from those 3 games. I believe we can.
Okay, sir, I'd say.
A little worried. I remember 17-18 season when Zaha came and just turned some of the defenders inside out, and Crystal Palace didn't the opening 6 games, we were the defending champions, and they had this boy Frank the Ball brothers as the coach, and we lost. Zaha will be troublesome again. He'll be troublesome, and Sheffield could be a tough game. Sheffield beats Spurs 3-0. But these 3 games, 3 points, much needed. And in the last 2 games, Liverpool, it's tough. They don't want to mess it up for us. Someone have a feeling we will beat Liverpool. Wolves at home, and Wolves even struggled last year. So these remaining 5 games, tough games, tough games. I think a factor with a lot of is like mentality. Is almost as if, for me, Chelsea out of the top 4 teams, it always seems like you got to work so hard or extra to get a win against these teams. And in some years now, 17, 18, 4-0 Bournemouth at the Bridge. 4-0 Bournemouth. It's something about us and in the players that just allows for these kinds of stuff. It's really, really depressing. Sometimes I watch it and I can't understand it because I don't see this happening to other
teams. Okay, all right. Well, what I definitely am hoping is that we can definitely go for that 9 points to start. I mean, from Sheffield, Crystal Palace, and Norwich. If we could get those 9 points, I know it would definitely put us in a good place to fight. Shakil, you wanted to say?
We have 5 more games to play to end this season. I am basically saying 15 points will be good for us to get, but if we can at least get 10 out of those 15 points, I will be satisfied.
Right. So, I mean, 9 and a draw, would put us in a kind of powerful position to end the season in that 4th place spot.
I will be very contented if we get out of that 15 points. If we get 10, I'll be very contented with that.
Because we remember that
the first 3, if we can take those first 3 games, we will have the momentum against Wolves and against Liverpool. Liverpool already has won the league, so they may not come out as strong as they want to be. And I don't know if the fact that we beat Man City for Liverpool to take the title, that would make them come out softer for us, But that would be another thing again, But I think by the time we meet Liverpool, we should have taken 9 points, and that in itself should take us somewhere very close to the 3rd place.
Okay, so that's it.
Leicester has to play United on the last day.
And that's something I want to talk about. I want to talk about United. Go ahead.
United looking real good, boy. I watched that goal. I see Bournemouth score. I celebrate. And back with 5. That goal from Martial cutting in the corner and against Bournemouth was a low block. It's not particularly that these teams are extraordinary against Chelsea. It's just we just make it easy for them because they basically play the same against our teams. Because it's a low block that we seem to be struggling against. And one factor could be is we don't have a distance shooter. Nobody was just able to take it on the peg and wrap it in the corner. Martial does that. That's a big goal. It's 3-1 up at halftime.
Yeah.
United and then Bournemouth, I think, scored again after the break. Coming 2-2. It's a different ball game now. So it's like we lack that person just cut inside Bennett in the corner. I want to see men like Callum do that. Cut inside Bennett in the corner. All the men doing this in training, but can't do it on the pitch. United are hot. They hot. I mean, Bruno Fernandes and Pogba, there's a creativity there, but I'm hoping that in these games that have coming up, that if they draw one, that could really put us in an advantage to capitalize. In these 3 games coming up, if United drop points, it will put us in, because it will just mean that even if we kind of lost to Liverpool, if we draw with Liverpool and we beat Wolves, we should be in the top. And United has to play Leicester in the last game. 2 teams will take points off of each other. So there are 2 points drop or 3 points drop. One of those teams.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a very exciting next few games, definitely, because Chelsea, without a doubt, make sure that the fans get plenty indigestion and hypertension before each game. So I know I am going to be tense. I know you guys are going to be tearing out what is left of your hair. I know, Dr. Ona has a lot of hair left, so he could do some tugging. But I know that all of us are going to be extremely tense with this final run of games here. But I know that one mitigating factor is the Timo Werner and Mr. Hakim Ziyech coming in for next season, and I am looking forward to the kind of impact those two are going to have on our team as a whole. I know that he will definitely affect, Timo is going to affect the way our striker plays. What do you guys, let me get a final word on you guys about the effect of these guys coming in. That's Timo and Hakim. Let's start with you, Shaquille.
But I would basically say I'm really looking forward because, as I say, in the Bundesliga, those guys were on top. They was basically showing the performance and showing how good they are. But you have to remember, not everything in the outside league will work in the Premier League. And we have seen that many times with plenty of players. The only player I could see perform any way he goes Ronaldo. He could perform at any league because he's just how to put a good footballer. Look at simple instance. Diego Costa was ripping it up in Spain. When he came to England, he started off hot, but then after a while, things had happened. Same thing with Morata. Doing good in Spain, and as soon as they reach in England, it's like, who are these guys? So I am just looking forward and just looking interested. I just hope that they could bring across to the English Premier League all the good talents they have from the Bundesliga to the Premier League and see if they could extend it for us and make Chelsea a little better team than it is, because plenty of the strikers and then looking to leave, like Giroud. I don't think Giroud will have long again. So really key replacements.
Okay, Doc?
Yeah, I'm excited really for next season. I've always been wanting us to get a left-footed winger. That is one since Zhirkov and Florian Malouda. I don't think we've really had any serious left-footed player in that front. Like today, we had a free kick that was suited for a left-footed player, but we couldn't. All we just do was lob it in, and the keeper just played with the ball, But when we have a left-footed attacker who is very good with free kicks, that area will be covered. Sometimes we have crosses. You have corner kicks on both sides. William most times take both corner kicks. You have the in-swingers and the out-swingers, depending on the foot you play and depending on the position of the ball. So a left-footed player most times have a big role to play. So, and I think Timo Werner can play on the wings. So depending on how Tammy is able to shake off this hiccup that he's having, we could play Tammy and Timo on the left, Tammy in the middle, Hakim on the right, and see how they switch things up. And it's going to be a very short preseason. So there will be no much time for them to really organize a lot of things. So the first few games of next season will be very interesting.
Okay.
But you call her name just now that I was a little interested in. Yes, you started mentioning about Malouda. Since Malouda left, we never had a person to replace Malouda.
No, you're correct. That is why I mentioned it. You're correct.
Right.
We never had a person to replace to take Malouda's place. We never had somebody as good as Malouda.
We never. Just like we never replaced John Terry.
Right.
Talking about that, I was watching Chelsea's Golden Boot winners. They had Joppa, two Golden Boots. Anelka. I was watching the goals. I was like, Anelka, Kalu, Malouda. These players were good with both feet. I was like, we went from that to this. I was like, it's true. You could have shoot with either foot. These men could have find corner. And I was like, what happened to us?
But before you continue, right? Since like after Drogba, and I've been raising this topic for the longest while, like plenty people haven't paid attention to it. Since after Drogba, we never had a full striker. Basically saying like, Drogba used to take penalties, used to take free kicks.
Yeah.
Which striker, after Drogba, that we know to take free kicks?
Exactly.
You have to share the roles. They share the roles. Right now, like you see, Jorginho have to take all the penalties, and that is even affecting Tammy's confidence. I believe that Lampard need to shake it off a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Striker
Striker.
take at least some penalties in the game.
Yeah,
that is true, because basically, if I'm a striker and basically a person like Jorginho mostly getting strikes and getting penalties, I would feel bad because I'd be like,
exactly true.
One thing I can say is that even though Giroud is not as mobile as some other players, he's not as quick and so on, he has quietly, steadily put away the goals for us. And for that, I know that we will be very thankful. Now, in the season coming up, I know we're going to have some very, very interesting conversations, guys, because we still haven't as yet completed our foray into the window. We
Anyway, what else people think about Kai
Havertz thing
Havertz?
going on? Yeah, we still have that Kai Havertz thing going on, and we will see what is happening, and we'll discuss it further. But I'm thinking that we are going to definitely see a very different Chelsea Football Club in the season 2021. So we're going to look forward to that. And I am thankful that you guys came on, right? But in the meantime, I want to tell you guys thanks again for coming on to the Lions Den. And I want to look forward to our next, maybe a pre-game. You guys can get together for a pre-game chat. And we could chat about what's happening in terms of lineups and what we expect in terms of goals and so on. We will not be at home.
That game is 1 o'clock.
Yes,
1 o'clock Tuesday, and that's before United. I think that is some pressure.
Right. So we will probably get together again and have another chat about this. And I would love to make this more regular, man. I'm liking what is happening with us in terms of excitement. And I would definitely need to take some indigestion pills for that game because I know I'll be very, very tense. Guys, I want you guys to make sure and like and subscribe our videos. Share it around. Share it around. We have a lot to talk about, and the more people that come on here is the more people we could bring on here. Enter the Lions Den. So you guys like, share, subscribe, and make sure 2 things. Make sure visit the fan club. Visit the fan club and check out Hot Shots. But make sure social distancing, get those masks, put them on, be careful. Remember, COVID ain't done yet.
For real.
Careful.
For real.
All right? Be careful. I'll see you guys for the next game.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.